Hello and welcome back to MECO FMSCI International Karting Championship Rotax Max classes. We are live from Coimbatore for the CoASTT Performance Center. In the previous race, it was very much a fight as well. As Ayansh Patel is going to start on P1, Sakit Joseph on P2, Zidan Arshan on P3, Arav Surek on P4, Yashwin on P5, and Shriyan Rao is on P6. Further down the order, Atharva Himani on P7, Nirtik Avirvira on P8, Avir Batra on P9, and Rudra Pratap Singh from Leapfrog Racing on P10, as that's how it is going to be played out again. This is going to be a 10-lap race. Remember, this is heat number 2. Heat number 1 is your qualifying time, your best qualifying time. Heat number 2 is your second best qualifying time. That makes up the position for heat 2. So, 2 fastest lap will literally decide where you start in Heat 1 and Heat 2. So at this time, we are ready to roll with Ayansh Patel, who is on P1. The last time around, he finished P3, having start on in Heat 1. We are about to start 10 laps of the race again. The formation looks good. It looks excellent. Green flag, and we are racing at the High Performance Center. Here we go again into turn number 2, up to turn number 3 now. In quick time, Ayansh Patel is able to hold it. Sakir Joseph Nagpal is also slotting himself in number 2. At number 3 is Zidan Arshan Aniz, trying to look on the inside, finds a little place, but is not able to make that overtaking maneuver stick. A little bit of a jostle for comp number 1 as they try to get past that line. It is Nirtik Veera Karthi who's literally keeping it tight there from Biril Art Motorsports, trying to find a way past. Not going to be easy at number 8. Vishal, this is going to be quite a flyer lapper. You got to play a waiting game.
Well, certainly, considering these kids are very young, good to see them fight with vigor for victory, you know.
This time around, we were also looking out as to how quickly they are able to finish in the lap timings again. Ayansh Patel had clocked in with a lap timing of 48.405. 48.405 on a 1.1 kilometer track with 12 turns. Coming number 18 now getting involved with a fight towards the end. 18 versus 5. 5 is Avir Batra. 18 is Shriyan Rao from Peregrine Racing. 2, it's Biril Art versus, it's Peregrine versus Peregrine, as they try and get past each other. But then it's still very much an open race, as comp number 44 is somehow able to keep a few of the folks just behind him and trying to keep that pace in order. We're going to be counting down. We're going to be counting down as the race literally comes over its head. As the timings are here, we got to be looking at every part of the track, trying to measure this up as well. When they made turn number 9, they knew they had to make it technical again. You got a feeling, comp number 44, Rudra Pratap, there's some part of the cover which from his overall is just kind of loose. I just hope it just stays there. There are a lot of vibrations when he went over that curve. Rudra Pratap is still trying to keep it. Looks like a little struggle, but comp number 27, Ayansh Patel wants to seal this one. With the distance like that, would you think it's over 1/10 or 2/10? That's the time difference.
It'll definitely come close to until the finish. Rudra 44 is gaining on Ayansh, but good job on Ayansh to hold the lead.
As Ayansh Patel is still holding out together, there is an interesting battle between comp number 12, involved for the 4th, Zidan Arshan Aniz. This man from Peregrine Racing is literally making every overtaking maneuver. Last time around, comp number 18, look at him again. Comp number 18 versus comp number 1. This is a different battle. Comp number 1 is Nirtik Veera Karthi from Biril Art India. It's Shriyan Rao from Peregrine Racing. They are making sure there is a battle to be fought and a battle to win over. Here we go again as they come around the line. Comp number 1 is still holding it together. Comp number 18, comp number 36. It's a 3-way battle. It's a 3-way battle for the 8th, 9th, I beg your pardon, 7th, 8th and the 9th. It doesn't matter where you're fighting for positions as long as you make a fight out of it. But look at this man, Ayansh Patel. Ayansh Patel is literally stretching that lead with every passing lap. Car number 1 decides to give a little bit of a dummy, goes wide to take a little more momentum into that corner, little more pace, scrub the surface with a little bit more. Over to the S's here. Turn 8 done. This is turn number 10. Dive yourself into turn number 11. Let the 4 cars, now 4 cars bunched up together almost with nothing much to choose. Everyone is literally coming through now. This is where the fight is literally coming on now. This is the battle that you and I have to watch from the sidelines as we see them coming on. Car number 27, Ayaj Patil. Now we've seen the battle for the 1 and 2 can get a little close. The gap has little come down. Car number 11 losing a little bit of momentum. Yashwin Vinay Kishore. You know, when we're looking at turn number 9, why do we call it such a technical term? You have multiple apexes there.
Well, it is critical to get the breaking point at 9, and it is slowest part of the circuit. So good corner for making moves, and certainly a dive bomb.
Dive bomb. Yeah, I like that word. You want to dive. You want to take that little risk there. Car number 36, Atharva Himani took that risk from Rio Racing, and now he's literally stretched the lead over his nearest rival. Battles all around. 27 versus 44. Rudra Pratap Singh has leapfrogged his way into that gap again. Would you believe that again? This man had had about 3 or 4 tenths to catch up. Now he's sitting very close to the rear now. As I would love to say it, this is where it is coming around again. Here comes the line. Here comes car number 44, just on the rear. Literally on the bumper there. Come around. Get it down over the line. As they say it in good old school, you got to fight it till you know the race flag doesn't come down. We are counting down as the race line is coming in again. Now we look at car number 44 is in the lead. Car number 8 is retired. Sakir Joseph Nagpal from Pelican Racing. That man was in the top 5. This is going to be a very, very big disappointment. But guess what? Leapfrog Racing, you have gone ahead into that line. Ayansh Patil is now at number 2 from Team M Sport. You get a feeling the movement of that vibration is maybe a little too hard, or maybe he's trying a little too hard as he turns it again. Look at that, that's a lot of vibration there to car number 44. Where do you think, what is the reason for that vibration over there? Watch him, it vibrates a little bit.
Must have had a contact initially earlier on, but I hope it's holding just fine.
2 laps to go, with this one being the penultimate. Let's get it on. Rudra Pratap Singh is going to stretch it again. You see some sort of you see a steering cover almost being a slightly loose. It will stay, it will be good to go. But 27 Ayansh Patil is now become a mere passenger, watching very closely again. Doesn't stay too close to the curbs, skips it very quickly. Cart number 5, that is Avir Batra. We're moving back to the winner now. This is where it is going to come in. This is the fight for the 3rd and the 4th. Car number 22 has quite a task. That's Arav Surekha to literally catch up for the 3rd. Now let's get it on to the battle. As we see, this is the last lap. As the last lap is about to unfold, somebody's going to take the checkered flag, and it very much going to be Leapfrog's Rudra Pratap Singh, who's got a lot of pace still left with him. He still has got a lot of juice on his machine. He's still able to get a little more purchase as he's able to turn into that corner. Watch him into turn number 9 for the final time, into turn number 10. Turn number 10 exit. How close is he going to stay on the curbs? Not that much, but he's still able to carry and looks back to see where his nearest rival is, who is at a distance. Rudra Pratap Singh, car number 44 from Leapfrog Racing, takes the checkered flag. Ayansh Patil takes the 2nd. And coming in at number 3, was there a change of moment? We would look for it now. And as they say over and over again, this has been a dominating performance by Rudra Pratap Singh as he comes into the line as well. This is where it goes. This is where it goes as we come around. looking through the kinds again. So, Leapfrog Racing, number 1, M Sport, Ayansh Patil at number 2. A lot of driver skills for these young kids to come out there to really show their class, really show what they're able to build through that line. It's time to enter the pit lane. So, comp number 12, I believe Zidane Arshan Anis from Peregrine Racing has managed to finish at number 3. The results that we announce are still provisional till they are verified by the track and the race officials. This has been an absolute blistering drive by Rudra Pratap Singh, who had at least about 4 tenths to catch up on Ayansh Patil, made his way through the mid-pack and eventually caught up. Now you can just see how bright sunshine is all over the track. One retirement, and not a great feeling when you get retired, but then you always come back stronger. You wait for the next race, you wait for your next chance. Here we go, folks, as we count it down for the heat number 2. We've done with heat 1. We've started off with the official practice, then the qualifying, moved into heat 1. We've just started off with the heat 2. We got 3 more heats to go. Following this, we're going to be getting on to the junior max and then get on to the minis and go on to the seniors. And this is the place where CoASTT High Performance Center round 1 is currently underway. Before all of that, we've got a very, very special video from Rotax, and the machines can really bring in a little surprise. The machines can really excite you. Remember, we have one of the best grids in the whole of Asia, one of the tallest, one of the biggest grids, and we are extremely excited to get you the Rotax official video.
Each driver unique. It's an event designed to make you equal, something no champion can ever be, because you are number 1. Your every move, every line is followed. You must listen, watch, learn. Each sense heightened, each emotion harnessed. Corner after corner, apex after apex. Don't miss an inch, maximize every tenth. Focus, react, trust your gut and make your move. Cold metal becomes memory. You are synchronized, connected. Your goal lies ahead. You can reach it together.
Right then, we are about to get ready down for the Junior Max and the Junior Max Heat 2. This is how Heat 2, the schedule looks like around the Heat 2 grid. Here we go, folks, for the Heat 2 grid. It's Rivan Dev Preetham on P1, Rishik Rohit on P2, Hamza Murtuza on P3, Om Shri Thakkar on P4, Abhishek Barse on P5, Noah Arya on P6 from Leapfrog Racing. Further down the order, Hridan Sanadia from Crest Motorsports, then Vihan Mukhija on P8, Agastya Krasto on P9, Shaurya Yadav on P10, Janadi Bilmale on P11, Swarnadas on P12. Further down the order, on P13, it is Ali Pirwani from Crest Motorsports, Arav Mikhail, combat number 14 from Peregrine Racing, Suleiman Sharif on P15, Siddhant on P16 from Peregrine Racing, Said Lukman on P17, Aditya Pratap on P18 from Momentum Motorsports. Further down the order, it's Ahan Kapoor on P19 from Leapfrog Racing, Jai Batra from Peregrine Racing on P20, Akash on P21 Kart Crew Racing, Sushain Tiku on P22 from Peregrine Racing, and Akshit Cyril on P23. It's a very, very long grid as far as the juniors max class Heat 2 is concerned. This is This is going to be two-lapper, and each of these two laps literally bringing in the best of the challenge here again. When we're looking at the Junior Max, we got to look at a talent of a three-time national champion, and more importantly, a man who literally got in the World Motorsport Games that the first Indian to take a race win. And this is history being created. Krish Gupta goes to Malaysia the next weekend. We've also had folks, Malaysian races abroad. Each of these folks have built their karting careers. Arafat Ahmed goes as well to new locations to race abroad, trying and bringing in the national flag to flutter with pride. This is the machines that we look at so closely. These machines that we look up so closely literally bring in so much of excitement all around. So how does the Coast Kartamania track look like? How does the Coast Kartamania track look like? Rivandev Preetham, the man who's on pole, was gracious enough to go with us for a track walk. And it was very, very windy, just like it is now.
I am Rivandev Preetham, a multiple Indian national champion, and I'm here at Coast for a track walk where there are 8 right-handers, 4 left-handers, the slowest corner being turn 9 and the fastest corner being turn 1, and it's a 1.1 kilometer circuit, so let's go for a walk.
Rivan, we are right now at a place where we're able to see turn 1, turn 2, turn 3.
Yeah.
What happens this side?
So turn 1 you make the apex, turn 2 as well, and then you come to the left, and then you want to use some of that curb when you lift off, and yeah, you just roll it in and then get on power. So now we're at turn 5. Behind me there is turn 4. That's one of the hard braking zones on this track. It's the first hard braking zone, and you basically exit turn 4, you pull it back to the left, and then you lift off, make the apex, get on power, and you use that curb over there. You come out of turn 5, use the curb, then turn 6, you make the apex, then you keep it straight line, you lift off a little bit for turn 7, and you kind of just like, you want to rotate it and then straight line it again for turn 8. So this is turn 9, the slowest corner on track. It's the sharpest. Your braking zone is there, and it's definitely one of the biggest overtaking hotspots on this track. People love to dive here, and it's definitely the hardest braking zone on this track. You exit the chicane, you come flat out, you have to give like a really solid brake, and you nicely rotate the car to get a good exit. And if you're on the outside into this corner, it's going to be really tough. I don't think people will want to be on the outside here because you'll definitely get run off the track. So this is now turn 10. As you can see, it's a really long corner, and exiting turn 9 is quite uphill, and then as you get to the apex of turn 10, it goes downhill, but then again the exit is again uphill. So it's really easy to get the car unsettled and have a bad exit, but you really just got to keep the car steady. It's not a braking corner, but it's just really long, so you have to like lift off and really wait to get on the power. So as you can see now, it's downhill, but then as you get to this part, it's again going back uphill. This is definitely one of the highest points on the coast track, and it's a really exciting corner. So this is turn 12, one of the fastest corners here, and behind us there is turn 11. It's not really a turn, it's just for you to set up turn 12. It leads to the main straight. So you use that fake paint curve to really set it up, and once you lift and the car rotates, you get on power and you get a really good exit.
And that's how he got a pole position, and that's how he was also 2/10 faster. Joining me in the commentary box is once again Dhruv Goswami, LGB India champion, and a man who's grown from the go-karts to go on to the LGB Formula 4. Dhruv, this is the preparation time. He was faster by 2/10. There's something that he did that he was able to get a little bit more than most of the folks over there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just his confidence going into the race. You see, he's 2/10 clear from everyone, and I think that's really comfortable on this track. So he's able to he's able to really get himself dialed in with himself and the kart.
So then, at this time, you know you've been here, you've seen, you still see this situation there. What goes through your mind the moment you are there at that exit? I know you got to, first thing is make sure you're not the first one to cut the white line, but what do you tell yourself?
I always tell myself to be really calm and composed, because that's when you're able to give your 100%. The moment you're calm and you're composed is when everything starts falling in place.
Comp number 123 in this one, that is Suheni Tikku from Peregrine Racing, is now getting in ready as well. One thing that you learned early on from your driver coaches was to how to give feedback. Is there a method that you followed? Because if you don't give a good feedback, you will not be able to set up your machine well.
Yeah, I mean, feedback is a really crucial step in setting up the kart, because your right feedback can take your kart, like it can make your kart go quicker, and the wrong feedback can just take your kart slower, like by 5 steps. So feedback is a really important thing, and you just go by feel. So everything's all by feel.
Comp number 123 will possibly be one of the last folks. That is Sushen Tikku along with 121 Akash from Peregrine Racing will be one of the few folks to exit the pit lane. This time around, they're waiting for the green signal to come. The moment the green signal comes in, it means it's time to go. We've got to wait the times. We've got to wait as to how things are literally going to completely come into a quick standby. You know, when at this time you feel that time stands still, yeah, do you sing a song to yourself before you're able to get onto the track?
Not really. It's just about, calming yourself down, composing yourself, and just preparing everything for the race lap by lap.
This has been an absolute wonderful weekend with Dhruv Goswami with me in the house, the LGB Formula 4 champion, a boy who grew up on the karts, grew up through the Rotaxes and came through the level to become a national champion. Dreams do come through, Dhruv Goswami, and there is always so much to learn.
For sure. Like first of all, I'm really just grateful for everything that's happened last season. My team, my tuners, my coaches, my parents, and it's all because of them that it was possible.
At this time, we are waiting for them to literally get that red flag out of the way before we start the 12-lapper of this wonderful race. Junior Max, this is Heat 2. It's Revan Dev Preetham. Let's put that name out there. He's going to be on pole position. This man has a plan and he literally has to challenge at the entire grid. Remember the white line. It's not a white line. It is a wall.
It is a wall. You've heard that saying like 1,000 times. So.
Every time a driver briefing comes in again, they say, remember the white line is a wall. You will never brush against the wall. You got a feeling on this particular track, especially this turn 3, I've always asked you, going wide and then trying to slick it on the inside, then you will jostle for the brake a little bit earlier.
Yeah, since it's a hairpin, you brake and you usually aim for a late apex leading into the next corner. But yeah, you just trail it off the brakes easy and aim for a late apex.
The art of late braking. Who is your favorite among the Indian drivers? The art of late braking. I love putting you on a spot.
I would say me, but apart from me, I'm definitely have to go with my coach, Ragul Rangasamy.
How do you late brake into a corner? Come on, give us a little secret here. Not the way Ragul does, because he sometimes doesn't brake and still manages the car. And or the cart, you give any machine underneath him. How do you brake late and still manage to get that little extra purchase?
It's all about confidence within yourself and within the car, and you just have to go for it and trust the car that is going to stop, and it usually pays off.
So on the S's here again, before they get to turn number 9, this is turn number 9. They exit into turn number 10. Turn number 9, technical. What is that one thing you would avoid in turn number 9?
Missing my apex, because since it's a left-hander hairpin, it's a really easy overtaking spot, turn 9. So you always have to make sure you hit your apexes and not run too wide.
So then, the Junior Max is about to come. The storm is about to fly. And you and I have one task in hand. Do not blink. Here we go again. We blink once, you will miss that action there. Rivande Pratham is already being challenged, and the challenge could little cost him again. There was a little contact for him, but he's still able to come unscratched without any problem again. Right up in the front, there is a little bit of commotion in the back. He is able to somehow muscle his way through that corner. Around the turn 3 again. Well, somebody is able to slide and somehow still able to control it. Was able to come on the outside into quick time, as we say, turn number 5. They're approaching after the turn number 6 and 7 now. It's still Rivande Pratham still challenging on the line all through it again. He is the first to get to turn number 10. He's already pulling up a slight tender lead again, but he looks back to see the folks there. There is little bit of a commotion down there again. Starting lap number 1 with the way he always wants. It's a stellar lap and a stellar performance in lap number 1 as we start lap number 2 this time around. That was a very, very good start. He literally caught the others napping.
Exactly, a really good start by Rivan. He called the bluff and he opened up turn 1, and after that it was just plain sailing for him. But for the others it was a bit scruffy. Not the cleanest of lap 1s.
Rivande Pratham, he has been a 3-time national champion and he knows the experience. It's the experience that also counts, because I do remember, Dhruv, I will never forget the day when you drove in the street circuit in Hyderabad. You came off as a change racer. The change was very imminent, and then the karting happened for you as well. How does a racing driver just improve like that?
It's all about the more seat time you get, the better, the more confident you'll be, and the Hyderabad street circuit just boosted my confidence levels. I was able to feel much more dialed in any circuit I drove after that. So
you had no fear, and you literally had to conquer fear and even be okay. There's a little bit of contact again. Will that means in the air goes 100, number 150. That is Akshay Cyril from Karting Racing. He finds help with it, and he's able to get past them again. Will the flags come out now? That's what we're going to look at again.
A bit ugly there.
So the Chief Marshal comes to rescue in quick time and is able to get to the spot again. I hope he's able to release them or even take them into the safety area. If that happens, that is where it is going to be interesting for them again. The flags, okay, there is a warning flag for one of the drivers, maybe for quite a truffle drive. So just to rewind on this particular corner, it was almost 2 wheels in the air and literally caught up. Is that what we saw there?
Yep. The competition number 150, who was on the inside, just misjudged his braking point and probably broke a bit too late. And just ended up climbing the driver in front, and that's what resulted in the 2 wheels in the air.
So then, in a close combat, I'll use the word combat, if you miss your braking point, chances is you will break the other person's race as well.
Yeah, that's the only way to put it usually. That's the only way to put it.
And you have to literally be very careful when you are coming in. In the meantime, Rivande Pratham, who's also won the Meritus Cup, who's also been a 3-time champion, created history in the FIA Motorsports Games by becoming the first Indian to take a win in the FIA Motorsports game. Now this man is literally coming part of the Future Academy program in Greece recently. He is dominating, but he is being challenged, and the challenge is quite there, and it is going to be on that line again. Dhruv, you love a challenge, don't you?
Exactly. That's what racing is. You have a lot of fun on track, battling with the other guy, and if the other driver is clean, you can go side by side into a corner, and that's what makes racing fun, and that's what it's all about. Usually, clean racing.
I've always noticed that every time you were under pressure, you were able to bring the best out of you, and you were able to bring in these stellar performances again. The dives in, the dive bomb that we used to call it, the late braking maneuvers again, on the inside, on the outside, on the money. There is something about contests. It kind of just unnerves you a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, when you're battling, when you're under pressure by 5 cars, it's all about just making sure you give your best, because it doesn't matter where you finish. As long as you have a fun race, I think that should be enough. That should be enough to call it a day.
Okay, we're looking on the corners now. We're looking at the turns as well. We're also looking at the number of laps now. When the laps start counting down, one man who wants to count down the laps is your race leader, because he's finding someone who's literally breathing down the neck. Comp number 105, Rishik Rohit Reddy, also from Team M Sport, is close but not close enough. What should Rishik do?
As of now, Rishabh should just make sure to be really consistent, put in the laps, and hope for a mistake by Rivan. I mean, he's catching him by a few tenths every lap, so he just needs to be consistent and not make any mistakes.
44.917 was the fastest lap which we had recorded a few moments ago. Further down, if Rishik Rohit, will he be benefited by the toe that he's able to get?
Definitely, yeah, because there's a long straight out of the last corner. So Rishik is definitely, using the toe to catch up to Rivan by a couple of tenths a lap.
So what Rivan is doing is using his experience here again. He is trying to break the toe just to make sure that he just gives him a little bit of side air, so that he doesn't find that vacuum to literally push him through there on that slot. Now these two are battling it out, but here is a lonely number 3rd. And here is 4th and the 5th coming in on the corner. 6th and the 7th, 8th, and in quick time, in less than 1.5 seconds, you had 10 drivers. Now that's how close this contest really is, Dhruv.
Exactly. I mean, we saw it in the qualifying, in the practice as well. These drivers are all incredibly matched on pace. It's just insane how quick they are. So
the difference between Ridan Sandhya versus Vihan Mukhila along with Nora Arya was 49 thousandths of a second. Between Noah Arya Dosa versus Abhishek Barse from Leapfrog versus Crest Motorsports was 52 thousandths of a second.
Yeah, I mean, that's faster than a blink of an eye. So,
so you blink, that's how quickly these folks are literally able to go through now. We're counting down on the number of laps, and this is where all the track times are little come down. Rivandev Preetham has so far controlled the pace. So he's got the qualifying to his name. He's got Heat 1 to his name. It's been the weekend that he wanted. Can he make it a perfect weekend again? I kind of felt that Rishik Rohit kind of went a little deep, just like this time. Would you advise that?
No, I wouldn't, because if you see the line Rivan's taking compared to what Rishik is doing, Rivan's keeping it much more tighter compared to Rishik. But that again might be different driving styles of the different drivers. So
then, comp number 111, Rivandev Preetham along with Rishik Rohit Reddy, two of them fighting it up with 2 laps to go, with everything to play for. This is this is where it all matters. You've done it for 10. You've got to do it for the last 2 and bring it over the line and bring it over to the game now. Here goes the folks now. One by one, this is Rivandev Preetham again. Okay, Rishik has tried it with the line. He's closer, he knows this, sensing an opportunity again. Are we going to see a photo finish on the finish line again? Rishik, Rohit Reddy, 2 M Sport drivers fighting each other. They are on to that line again. This is again, let's watch comp number 111. They are in the race lead, 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go now, into the line, here it goes again. Rishik Rohit Reddy versus down the rear of the pack again. We are waiting in as they are able to dial in onto that line, as we see them coming in again. This is the battle now. It's the battle to the finish line. Let's just watch these two. Right now. As we see Rivandev Preetham, Rishik Rohit is closer than he has ever been. The hard work literally paid. He possibly heard you, Dhruv, but can he make it count again? Are we going to see a photo finish into turn number 11? Dives it on again. Rivandev Preetham has to nervously look back, but he controls it and takes it on the checkered flag. He basically parked the car in the place where you cannot make an overtaking maneuver.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really well-controlled race by Rivan. He knew Rishik was quicker than him behind, and all he had to do was finish those last 2 laps without any mistakes, and he did that.
Rishik Rohit Reddy did everything that he could, made up his lap time. When the toe was not given, he literally fought it hard again, brought it to that line. This is why the battles on this track literally make you stand up and applaud. This is a fabulous drive. Towards the end, did you think that he literally watched him till the end to understand where the attack is going to come from?
Yeah, definitely. Both the drivers would be analyzing each other, where they are weak, where they are strong, and accordingly he would have placed his kart in such a way that would compromise him. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the race, Rishik would have been begging for a lap or two so that he could have made the move on Rivan.
This has been an absolute wonderful display of how you defend and attack at the same time. One thing racers will always teach you is when you get over to your machine, keep your machine clean, keep your racing lines clean. And before we are able to say hello to Junior Max and the race gets concluded, we're now ready for the Mini Max. Oh, that is also going to be very much a fight that we're going to be looking around as well. This is the Mini Max again. This is going to be a 10-lapper, but we're just waiting in for the results to trickle by as we wait for the results to trickle by for the Junior Max. But yes, it is definitely done. Rivandev Preetham. Perfect wing. So let's quickly get it on to the Mini Max class again. Rudra Pratap Singh from Leapfrog Racing, Jishnu Serulatan from Peregrine Racing, Arshi Gupta from Leapfrog at number 3, Shiv Neil at number 4 from Team M Sport, Shiv Tumula from Peregrine Racing, Ridan Anil from Red Rabbit Racing. At number 7, we have Mika Hayden from Peregrine Racing. Arthuran Prabhu from Kart Crew Racing is at P8. Mohit Sai from Team M Sport is on P9. Ishan Swarup is on P10 from Kart Crew Racing. Raghav Krishnaraj of P11. Neil Nimbalkar is on P12. And further down the order, it is Juhit Sai from Peregrine Racing, keeping a very tight line on the go there. It's the battles that literally make it interesting. So that just to quickly sum up here again, remember in the minis we are racing with 13 BHP engines. We are also in up to the BHPs. Remember, it is the 10 to 13 years category that we are talking about. The kids can be quite a handful, Dhruv, but then they seems to be very, very advanced than the age nowadays, isn't it?
Definitely, I couldn't agree more, because even in the last race in Heat 1, we saw how well the top 3 were racing. I mean, Rudra and Arshi, they were just in a different league, so it was really good watching them, and the chemistry between them also really paid off, which brought them the 1-2.
I am absolutely glued to the screen. So here is my request to our wonderful camera crew. Give me a little bit of a close-up of the Rotaxes, the machines that we're looking at. I'm going to ask you that question on that digital board there. Okay, the moment you finish your practice session, just out of the whim, what's the first thing that you look at?
So that digital thing you see on the steering wheel is called the Micron. And you use that to look at your lap times, your engine temperatures, your water temperature. And
I'm sure you don't look at your water temperature. What's the first thing? I asked you what's the first thing that you look at?
I mean, obviously the lap time you do.
Thank you.
So
got you there. Now go on. So what's that called again?
It's called the Micron. So
okay.
It's usually a data logger, and you can extract the data out of it, and you can look at the mistakes you're making, where you're braking, where you're throttling, and in areas where you can improve. So the next time you go out, you'll be a much quicker driver.
So every time you put your kart on the railing there, just on that stand, you run the wheels a little bit just to see everything is smooth. What is the other thing that you look out? I mean, what is the eye for detail that you look at?
You just make sure that everything is spick and span, and the wheel nuts, everything tightened, the axle is well lubricated, the chain is well lubricated. You just make sure that the kart is in neat condition.
This is kart number 61, and it belongs to Juhit Sai from Peregrine Racing. Up ahead of him is car number 66, Raghav Krishnaraj. You know when I talk about 66, It's a very, very dear friend. I always remember and will always remember. He's also been your driver coach, car number 66. 6 is always, when we're looking at 6, we always used to associate with Vishnu Prasad. He was one of your driver coaches. He also taught you as to how to be mentally prepared. And tell me a little bit about it.
He used to always tell me to be, strong in my mind, because half the race is won with your mind. So the stronger you are, the more confident you are, and the better chances of you winning. So you need to be, really calm, really composed, and the moment you start stressing is when things go downhill.
I couldn't have said it better, buddy. I mean, you've been there, you've seen the kind of contest that literally comes in. Let's quickly look at the timings that I have. So the Mini is clocked in somewhere at 46.516. Rudra Pratap Singh, and the difference was 71 and tenth of a second, and that's the kind of difference that we were talking about. Just to quickly come back to you on two things. One is your qualifying best time makes up the position for heat 1. Your second best time makes up the position for heat number 2. Then you have the pre-final, then you have the final. You have to go through the grill. This grill is hard.
It is really hard, because each and every race matters. Because your heat 1 position is your grid for the pre-final tomorrow, and heat 2 finish position is your starting position for the final tomorrow. So each and every race is really important, because you want to be starting higher up the field for the best shot at the podium.
So then, MECO FMSCI International Karting Champion 2026 Round 1 Rotax Max classes. We are live from Coast High Performance Center in Coimbatore, and we are rolling. Word. That's everyone waiting in anticipation. One of these moments where we are looking to kickstart the entire proceedings. This is the Minimax. Let's quickly have a look at the grid for the Minimax one more time as they get it onto the start line. Remember, it's your second best lap that makes up. Rudra Pratap Singh starts on P1, Jishnu Srilatan on P2, Arshi Gupta on P3, Shiv Neel on P4, Shiv Tumala on P5, Ridan Ali Anil is on P6 from Red Rapid Racing. And then we have at P7, further down the order, it is Mika Hayden from Peregrine Racing. Arthuran Prabhu is on P8, Mohit Sai is on P9, Ishan Swarup is on P10, Raghav Krishnaraj is on P11, Neil Nimbalkar from Birla Art Motorsports is on P12. Further down the order, this is at P13, we will have Juhit Sai finishing in the grid as we look at it now. You had quite a few tuners telling you stuff on the line again. What are they telling you?
All they tell me is go for it no matter what happens. Just give your 100%, stay calm, and make sure you give all you have on track.
The waiting can be very annoying, and
It can, because I know for a fact every driver is itching to go out on track right now. You don't want to be waiting for a while in the pit lane when you know that the race is ahead of you.
now when you are waiting, I would also like to remember when you have a safety car in the LGB Formula 4 and then there's a red flag and we are trying to clear the debris, and then it all goes on again. You literally have to stay focused all the way through.
Exactly, because during a red flag, it's really easy to lose your mind and think about something else apart from the race. So it's really important to make sure what you're here for and that you give your best.
We are moving in right now again for the Mini Max now. The folks are ready, and so are we, to quickly look at how this entire contest is literally going to come around. This is the Minis. These are the folks who literally going to challenge each of it now. Jishnu, Srila, Tanarshi Gupta, Shiv, Neil, Shiv, Tumala, very, very big names here who've had multiple podiums names to their names, and they've taken quite a few credible finishes to their line as well. Johit Sai, Neil Nimbalkar making up the grid at 12th and 13th. It's still very much yellow flags all around. We will be ready to go as we see them come through now. In the line, as we say in the Mini Max class, this is going to be a 10 lapper. We're going to be followed with the Senior Max, which is going to be down the 12 lapper as they come through now. 10 laps are about to unfurl, and we are beginning the countdown right over here. This is where they throw the pull it out again. Here we go again in that line. What are you telling yourself when you are prepping during the warm-up, or should I call it the formation lap?
You have to be really reactive. Like the reaction time has to be top notch, because as soon as the light goes off, you need to be on it. And since the pack is so close, you need to be extremely cautious as well, because you never know who's going to make a move.
You know who's going to slide in on the inside. You know who's going to be the one who's going to be attacked. But let's get all the talking for some other day. Let's get down to the race now. This is turn 10 exit. This is turn 11 exit. Let's approach turn 12, the last turn that will come. Downhill we go. Enter that turn and begin your march towards the start line. And let's go racing. Rudra Pratap seems to have a good start. Can he hold it? Yes, he can. And still managed to come in again. It was almost like one car has just gone off the road and will be able to be fetched. It's combi number 77, Mohit Sai from Team M Sport will have a lot of asking to do. Mohit Sai started on P9, now back to P13 now. As we're looking at it, almost was a replica of what Rivan was doing. He literally came to the center. This time, Rudra Pratap Singh literally comes to the center and literally charges and closes that door on to turn number 1, up to turn number 10 in this time now. Goes wide, got to be a little bit careful on that exit. You will have these mistakes coming to bite you at a later stage. This time he's got a little bit of a cushion with his nearest rival. There is hardly anything to choose as we see them around. Up to turn number 3 in quick time again. Turn 1, turn 2 and turn 3. By the time I say turn 4, it's almost done. These turns are very faster, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really, really fast flowing track. I mean, there's not much breathing space. A lap around here is 45 seconds. So it's under like it's 15 seconds to 1 minute. So it's a really fast track and a really short track as well.
So by the time you make a call to someone and you finish you just want to say good morning, and you've done a lap again. A sip of a cup of a tea, a sip from a cup of tea is what that a quick lap time is. That's how quickly we are able to move. 45 seconds were the lap time, the average lap time. 1.1 kilometer track, 12 turns, and each turns brings its own challenge. Here is almost like a side back straight into turn number 4 up to turn number 5. I just love this turn because one, you've got to be cautious, not too close, not too far. Where do you find your braking point?
You just need to make sure you're looking into the corner, and right when the curb on the left starts, that's when you start braking, and that's when you start turning in. And right when you start turning in, you start trailing off the brakes and getting back on power.
What I like so far is in turn number 9, we'll come to that as we see a young man fighting to try and take position. That is Johit Sai trying to take a position away for the 4th and the 3rd. Will he be successful? But it's Rudra Pratap at the moment who's literally calling the shots right up in the front and right up in in to make it count over there. Okay, that's how you not go. Copper number 99, commentators cars.
99. Rudra has made a mistake going into C3, and yeah, I think he had a really big lead. He was leading comfortably, but now he's dropped back to P3. So let's see how that plays out.
In lap number 1, we were discussing that he was going way too aggressive in turn 10, went on the curbs. As you've got to wait for you got to be careful on that exit because it will come to bite you. Now, copper number 99 had the pole shot, the P1 for himself, and now he's got to do a catch-up job. It's a new race leader right on top, but over the line, we still see there is still a very quick line as copper number 66 is now able to slot himself at position.
And I think RC has taken the lead. RC has taken the lead of the race, and the lead is just swapping around. Competition number 80 has taken the lead again.
So one leapfrog goes, makes way for the other leapfrog. Comp number 66 trying to way through the mid-pack as we see them around. Here is comp number 80 who is now in the race lead. It's Jishnu Srilathan. Jishnu Srilathan in the Minimax category taking over the lead down again. This is where it comes in. Leapfrog Racing have unleashed some great racers here as well. They would love to continue that form. As we see them on the line, we got to check where are they going to come through. Looking at go over the line, come through on the sides. It's still going to be very much a game to call. It's comp number 84 in that line again with 4 laps to go. This is the 6th lap in progression, and the countdown literally progresses on the light lines again.
Rudra is back in P2. He is charging for the lead again, and I don't see him giving up the race lead because after that mistake, he will be really furious and wanting to get the race lead back.
So where should he overtake? Is this the place?
Definitely not. I think it would be a bit, it wouldn't be that great for him to make a move into the last corner because his teammate is right behind him. But a good overtaking spot would be turn 9, and he makes a move into C1.
And has he done it? He possibly has. Is Rudra Pratap back in the lead again? What a story for the press writers here again. What a story for the press. You drop down from P1, drop down to 3 or 4 and regain your position. It's still not over. But now he's got 3 more laps to go. Number 80 is literally charging and Jishnu is literally charging in on that line again. It's comp number 81. Arshi Gupta also trying to come in. But Arshi Gupta, the girl in the pink tainted helmet.
The change of the lead again.
Yup, it's 80 again. Jishnu back in the lead again. You got to be careful. You got to cover your line again. Turn 9, turn 10 is where all the drama is happening. As we see the lumber round again. This is game on. 3 of them. Watch very closely. Some coming on the outside. Are we going to see any overtaking maneuver? Jishnu has taken it. No. And Arshi Gupta has taken 3 more laps to go. Arshi Gupta still stays at number 3, but it's comp number 99. Rudra Pratap still at number 2. But in the lead is Jishnu. Jishnu has learnt how to defend now. Now can he bring it to the line? Jishnu, comp number 80 from Peregrine Racing. He's seen them before, so he knows he's going to come for it. He's got to play the bluff. Where do you think he's got to defend here? Dhruv, he's coming closely. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
That was a really good move by Jishnu into turn 9. He saw an open door and he just went for the gap. He parked it on the apex and got the lead of the race.
This is a risky move. This is a very high risky move. If it comes off, it'll be a brave move. Rudra Pratap Singh with that brave move. 4 cars coming together, jostling for position. But this is madness come alive. In all of this, Arshi Gupta still manages to stay at number 3. We still have the man, comp number 99, as your race leader now. The 99 has taken up. This is the penultimate lap. And on to the last lap, people are going to come in. Comp number 80 is going to go through. Jishnu will have a little bit of fight to do now. Oh my word, this race has turned over its head. Arshi Gupta literally challenging Jishnu for a very interesting fight again. Comp number 81. 81 versus 80. Watch out for the second and third. This is the last lap. 99, Rudra Pratap Singh. What dramas he's seen here today, but he's going to see the checkered flag with the last lap coming in. This one is going to go through the line. Arshi Gupta coming in on the line. She's going to take the inside. She takes the inside. Smartly done. Arshi Gupta, you sniper.
That was a super clean move by Arshi, but I think she got compromised on exit and Jishnu's taken P2 again.
Well, Jishnu versus Arshi. Well, we are not too very concerned who's going to win this, but we are concerned with the battle between Arshi and Jishnu. Can Arshi pull off one more move with just 3 turns to go? It is going to be Rudra Pratap Singh right up ahead. He is got it covered again. This time covers his mistake. Arshi Gupta will possibly challenge him on for a photo finish on the checkered flag. In the meantime, Rudra Pratap Singh takes the checkered flag. Has Arshi done enough? She has done enough to take the third. It's Jishnu at number 2nd. What a race we have just witnessed, Dhruv.
Exactly. It was super clean, super very respectable racing, I would say. Because look after the race as well. They're giving each other thumbs up, fist bumps all around. Yeah, that's really nice to see. Really respectable. And even after the mistake that Rudra made into C3, he was able to fight back really well. So
I've just been told about Arshi Gupta's hard work in the CIK Academy Trophy as well. She had gone to the Europe and did a time as well. The only Indian, the first Indian to do so. It's a big deal to get it over there in the Academy Trophy, right? And you think that experience has really helped her too?
For sure, for sure. Like you can see the way she's racing itself. Like it's really the standards of racing. What these guys put up on right now is just really appreciable. And it's really fun to see this kind of racing action on track in India.
We will also have to mention Atika as well, who's also done quite a lot of proud in the CIK trophy. So then 2 of them, Arshi Gupta and Atika. She is a rising karting star. You remember she also got a podium in the Wilton Mill Club Championship round 3. So then it augurs well as to how we build champions. This is the laboratory where we're creating champions and we are creating even bigger ones as they move forward. This is a fabulous weekend at Coimbatore, the Coast High Performance Center. Wow. When I look at these machines, it just kind of gets speechless, right?
Exactly. Look, it's just it's a really nice, pretty machine, and I'm pretty sure it's really fun to drive as well.
It's kart number 170. One of the leapfrog guys. They're getting in ready into the respective machines. We will be moving on to the next set of races as well after the mini, and this is also going to be on the senior max category as well. Well, folks, it's been one of those heavily duty weekends, and we would like to thank folks who have been part of it. MECO Motorsports, FMSCI, Sidwin, and a big thank you to MRF. The tires we race are the tires you buy. Over the weekend, MRF has brought in special tires for the weekend, and this weekend we have tested their tires, and all tires and all the karts are racing on MRF. We are back at the MECO FMSCI International Karting Champion 2026 Rotax Max classes, and it's also time for us to show the machines that really make the difference, the Rotax machines, and this is how it plays. In the senior Mac class, it's Ishant Ems from Team M, so Krish Gupta from Leapfrog Racing, Akshat Mishra at number 3, Arjun Shira at number 4, Shatvir Shetty at number 5, Krishay Gutte at number 6, and further down the order, we're going to be looking at P7. It's going to be down for Madhusudan from Crest Motorsports on P7, and then it is going to be Rohan Madesh on P8, Kairav Robertson on P9, Ahil Miklai on P10, Kian Shah on P11, Rio Racing on P11, Jagrad Detroja on P12, and then further down the order it's Shonal Kunimal from Calicut on P13, Siddhartha Roy from Leapfrog Racing on P14, Gabriel Baugh from Peregrine Racing on P15, Temaya Johan on P16, P17 is Arav Nitin, and P18 is Krishna from Peregrine Racing. Further down the order, it is going to be Parth Shastri from P19, Red Rapid Racing, Vineet Mayur from Red Rapid Racing on P20, it's 21 Arun Chabra. Also from Red Rabbit Racing, it's Abhimanyu Singh. Peregrine Arafat is S from Crest Motorsports. Lakshmanish from Leapfrog Racing on P24. We still have more. Tanmay Kothari from on P25. Shivan Karthik on P26. Naman Kukreja on P27. 27 folks on the grid. And let's quickly look at the machines, the Rotaxes that literally bring in life to this entire moment. Remember, the winner of the Indian National Karting Championship goes for the Rotax finals, and it's a memorable event where champions are crowned.
I am Ravandev Preetham, a multiple Indian national champion, and I'm here at CoASTT for a track walk where there are 8 right-handers, 4 left-handers, the slowest corner being turn 9 and the fastest corner being turn 1. And it's a 1.1 kilometer circuit, so let's go for a walk.
Rivan, we are right now at a place where we're able to see turn 1, turn 2, turn 3.
Yeah.
What happens this side?
So turn 1 you make the apex, turn 2 as well, and then you come to the left, and then you want to use some of that curb when you lift off, and yeah, you just roll it in and then get on power. So now we're at turn 5. Behind me there is turn 4. That's one of the hard braking zones on this track. It's the first hard braking zone, and you basically exit turn 4, you pull it back to the left, and then you lift off, make the apex, get on power, and you use that curb over there. You come out of turn 5, use the curb, then turn 6 you make the apex, then you keep it straight line, you lift off a little bit for turn 7, and you kind of just like, you want to rotate it and then straight line it again for turn 8. So this is turn 9, the slowest corner on track. It's the sharpest. Your braking zone is there, and it's definitely one of the biggest overtaking hotspots on this track. People love to dive here, and it's definitely the hardest braking zone on this track. You exit the chicane, you come flat out. You have to give like a really solid brake, and you nicely rotate the car to get a good exit. And if you're on the outside into this corner, it's going to be really tough. I don't think people will want to be on the outside here because you'll definitely get run off the track. So this is now turn 10. As you can see, it's a really long corner, and exiting turn 9 is quite uphill. And then as you get to the apex of turn 10, it goes downhill. But then again, the exit is again uphill. So it's really easy to get the car unsettled and have a bad exit. But you really just gotta keep the car steady. It's not a braking corner, but it's just really long. So you have to like lift off and really wait to get on the power. So as you can see now, it's downhill. But then as you get to this part, it's again going back uphill. This is definitely one of the highest points on the coast track, and it's a really exciting corner. So this is turn 12, one of the fastest corners here. And behind us there is turn 11. It's not really a turn. It's just for you to set up turn 12. It leads to the main straight. So you use that fake paint curve to really set it up, and once you lift and the cart rotates, you get on power and you get a really good exit.
And he's had a great weekend, qualifying top, Heat 1, Heat 2 top, and taking around the Coast High Performance Center. This is Coast Kartamania. We've got a very special weekend at the Rotax Max classes and presenting to you the Rotax Max official video.
Each driver unique. At an event designed to make you equal, something no champion can ever be, because you are number one. Your every move, every line is followed. You must listen, watch, learn. Each sense heightened, each emotion harnessed. Corner after corner, apex after apex. Don't miss an inch, maximize every tenth. Focus, react, trust your gut and make your move. Cold metal becomes memory. You are synchronized, connected. Your goal lies ahead. You can reach it together.
We are live from MECO FMSCI Indian National Karting Championship 2026. We're getting ready for Heat 2 for the Senior Max. And before the Senior Max goes, let's tell you how with every weekend, how our technical team, the scrutiny team, literally works so hard to keep these engines up to speed and up to precise condition, just so that everyone is ready to race.
Hi, this is Ashwin, Chief Scrutineer for this event.
Hi, I'm Vishnu. I'm scrutineer for this event.
And myself, Kaushik, same scrutineer for this event.
This is Rotax Max engine. This is used for our National Karting Championship. We have 4 classes. One is Micro, which is an 9 bhp, and then Mini, which is an 13 bhp. Then this is a Junior. This is a 23 bhp engine, and the Senior is 30 bhp engine.
During every weekend before the race, we seal the engine prior to the race.
And this is specifically 2-stroke kart racing engine that is specifically made for kart racing.
Before every engine gets sealed, we check every parts of this engine: crankcase, crank, connecting rod, pistons, piston rods, cylinder bore diameter, head, and other things. We check before it gets sealed.
For every engine, it takes around half an hour to 45 minutes to seal the whole engine before the race weekend.
The Rotax Max has its own engine regulations, which states that each engine has to be pre-sealed before it can participate in a Rotax Max challenge event.
The wind is really kicking in. The tension is also kicking in. This is heat number 2 for the Senior Max. Let's quickly look at the grid one more time as to how the grid looks like. It is not Krish Gupta who's on P1. It is Ishant Venkateshan on P1. Krish Gupta is on P2. Akshat Mishra is on P3. Arun Cheda is on P4 from Crest Motorsports. Shatvir Shetty is on P5. Krishe Gote is on P6 from Leapfrog Racing. On P7, it is Madhusudan from Crest Motorsports. Rohan Madesh is on P8 from Peregrine Racing. Kairav Robertson is on P9 from Team M Sport. Ahil Meklai is on P10 from Leapfrog Racing. At P11, it's Kian Shah from Rio Racing. Jagrat Detroja was on P12 from Beryl Art Motorsports. Shonal Kunimal is on P13 from Peregrine Racing. Siddharth Roy is on P14 from Leapfrog Racing. Gabriel Baugh is on P15 from Peregrine Racing. Tamaya also from Peregrine on P16. Arav Nitin is on P17. Krishna is on P18. Further down the order, let's say it's P19 to Parth Shastri from Red Rabbit Races. Vineet Mayur is on P20. Anand Chabra is on P21. Abhimanyu Singh is on P22 from Peregrine. Arafat S is on P23. Laksh Manish is on P24. And this is the way, the strong grid literally looks like, with Tanmay Kothari is on P25. Shivan Kartik is on P26. Naman Kukreja is on P27. Dhruv Goswami is with me, the Indian National LGB champion who's grown up from the roots of the foundation of Team M Sport to become a national champion, who's seen this out. This is a lovely looking machine. It's a kart number 172. We are looking at Naman Kukreja's kart from Leapfrog Racing. There is a lot that goes in every time you're able to kickstart your time on the track.
Exactly. You can look at you can just look how beautiful the car looks and how the drivers are waiting to, they're so eager to get back on track. Dapping their mechanics up, discussing the strategies, how they want to play about the race. Yeah, that's all part and parcel of the sport.
You come to the track, you will hear a little Marathi, you will hear a little Kannada, Tamil, a little Malayalam, and there's a splatter of Hindi, and then this old, or we will also, of course, there's English on the track as well, but then it's a confluence of languages that come in, and as we see them coming through, we got to look at the carts again. Okay, so this is cart number 172. The axle has to be absolutely clean, just like this one. And you can see the tuner literally trying to check for dust, just make sure there is nothing around it. Take me through it.
Yeah, exactly. The card obviously has to be spec and span, because even a small, like a piece of tape can be a disturbance to the driver. And the good part about cards is everything can be set up according to you. Like even the axle, you have 3 different kinds of axles: soft, medium, and hard. The sprockets you can change, the Ackerman setting you can change. You can even set how hard you want the steering wheel to be. Like you can literally play around with everything on the kart. So it's a really nice, fun little machine for young drivers to start their racing career with.
You see the seat fitment. You got to be absolute comfortable. Dhruv, I mean, when you started, you were not that tall. So did you kind of get a little bit of ballast, or did you put in a little bit of a prop behind you so that you can get to a little bit to the front?
You can adjust how close the pedals are to you, and you can bring the steering wheel down as well. So I used to sit a bit up close to the steering wheel with the pedals a bit further closer to me. And as I grew, I just just went into a sleeping position, and most of the karting drivers do that. So it's better, like you'll see most of the karting drivers, you can see them sleeping into the kart. So like you can, for example, if you look at Krish and if you look at Ishant, they're just sleeping in the kart. So that's the ideal seat position.
And that is also generally the sleeping position for Krish as well.
Yeah.
And we would also like to state, whenever they are on the track, it is always about how quickly you're able to get acclimatized with this condition. But there's a point which I was making is, remember, you're racing whatever be, it's 30, 40 or 75 kilometers per hour at ground zero level. There is technique, there is skill, and there is a risk versus reward. And you got to practice that in order to become so comfortable.
For sure, like every form of motorsport, be it 4-stroke karting, 2-stroke, formula cars, touring cars, everything has a basic technique that drivers need to follow in order to be quick. Because if you don't follow that technique, there's no point driving and racing. So this needs to be some sort of discipline, and there needs to be some sort of technique that you follow.
When you pick your helmet, do you pick for comfort, color, style, or maybe the style comes later?
I love to go colorful with my helmets, so I like to design it really well. Because if you look at my helmets, it's all bright colors that stands out compared to the other guys on track.
It's nice to have a colorful helmet, because then it becomes easy for people who wear glasses like me to identify where is Dhruv on the track. It also becomes easy for marking. As imagine everybody is on white helmets, we'll have a problem.
Yeah.
We will not know who's going where with the kind of speed that they're able to clock in at this time. Looking at the helmets, do you have any kind of a superstition? Left gloves first, right gloves second?
I don't have any kind of superstition, but I've noticed it that I always put on my right glove first, and I always get in from the left side of the car. So I've just noticed that.
And this is, you mean, get in from the left, and when you win, how do you get out?
I just get out of the car, like whichever side is empty, I just get out. So I thank the Lords, and then I just get out of the car.
Right. Special moments all the way there. It feels good to be the national champion, but there is also the weight of performing.
For sure, like because you always have to be at your 100%. Like there's no room for error. When you're on track, you need to be 100% focused because a lot of work goes into the races. The mechanics, they work tirelessly overnight. Off season we test a lot. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's all for them because they are the ones who's working so hard. You just have no room for error, and you need to be at your 100% 24/7.
I'm going to show you something in 3, 2, 1.
That's going to make things interesting. That's
What are
really gonna
those?
make things
What
interesting.
exactly is that, Dhruv?
They look like really does look like a storm, like that's approaching the track, and if it does, it's going to make this race a lot more interesting.
And every time the clouds have come, your smiles have only grown wider.
Yeah, for sure, because I love driving in the rain because it just makes things more fun. You need to be really smooth, and yeah, the rain is just something that I look forward to.
This is just to tell you that we are away from certain sectors in Coimbatore where it is raining today. The winds have kept the cloud away. We believe we've just gone about 12 laps, and we believe it's going to be very much a dry session. Will it rain tomorrow? If the weather is unpredictable, like with the winds that come in, you really have to count down. The clouds could really play spoil sport, but I do not think that we're going to have a rain on the track though. So this one is going to be an interesting battle with Krish Gupta. In the previous race, he started on P1, this time on P2 with Ishant Venkateshan, giving him company in the start line. How does he manage? What exactly does he do? Does he go full throttle or does he wait for it? So he's going to start on the left, Dhruv. What do you advise?
It's just he needs to have a really good reaction time, and since he's starting on the left, he has insight for the corner. He's starting on the right. My bad. So since he has starting on the right, he has insight for the corner, and he needs to maintain his line all the way up to all the way up to C3. So that's going to be a really important part, and that we'll see because even Krish is a really experienced driver. We'll see how he takes his start as well. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting start, this one.
Krish is your vice champion of the Rotax Max Senior Max category. He is with Leapfrog Racing. Ishant Venkatesh from Team M Sport. Krish from Leapfrog. Akshad Mishra from Peregrine Racing on number 3. Arjun Cheda further down the order. It's all the talking that before we could really stop, and it's time for the business end as we get on to the start. The Heat 2, the last of it. Remember, we've done with Heat 1, okay?
There is Arafat, who's definitely going to get penalized and be called to the steward. I mean, yeah, again, it's going to be an extra formation lap because that was a bit peculiar from Arafat, like what he was doing. He just completely missed his tram lines and was in the middle of the track.
This was a meme moment. The right hand went up for a lot of people. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I think a lot of people are going to make fun about Arafat after he comes out of the car. So
This was a complete moment in parody, as somebody would call it. And he still managed to continue to move forward without even realizing that he was out of formation. That means I hope we don't cut down the number of laps, please. But yeah, I believe it's going to be about.
It's
11.
going to be 1 lap down, so it's technically going to be a 11 lap race now.
So, as a general fan like me, I would say that's quite harsh. I know, we got to keep it tight, we got to play with the rules again. So the 12 lapper is now going to become 11 now. 11 laps of the race are about to unfold. Everyone getting into positions now, everyone behaving well. Remember, it is not Krish, it is Ishad Venkateshan off to a start now. Let's bring in the Farik, a little bit of bump on the onside, but still able to come through unscathed now. All the way to turn number 2 and to turn number 3 in quick time, as it's still Ishant Venkateshan able to. Krish Gupta was trying to pull through.
Krish has taken the lead of the
Krish has
race.
taken the lead. Smartly done again. So you called it right. He was on the outside and waited for him to dive on the inside. He said, thank you very much, I shall take it. So Heat 1 has gone to Krish Gupta. Can Heat 2 also go through his name? In the meantime, Shatvir Shetty moves up.
P3 he was in P4, so a little bit of a mistake perhaps from Ishant.
There you see a few of the cars having a lot of vibration. You see it's almost like the mudguard railing. You think it's a little bit too worried about, or just a little loose?
Nothing much. It's that's just the front fender. It's basically set up again. So the more it vibrates and the more it floats, the more flexible that chassis is. And now we just saw Akshat making a move on Krish over there. So hopefully he's gone through with it.
Has he gone through right now? We got to wait for it as they come around.
Akshat's taken the lead of the race, and Rohan's moved into P2 as well. So Krish has dropped down 2 positions. He's moved into P3.
This is a battle that is going to come out very interesting. Krish Gupta, finally a contest. He knows he's got it. Okay, he's on the outside. Tries to somehow hurry him into a corner. Decides that he's got to follow him through again. There's no space there. No space given, no space taken. They're coming out in, okay, yellow flags.
Krish has gone wide. Krish has dropped down a lot. Krish went wide and he's now under attack by a lot of N Sports and he's been pushed. Krish has dropped down.
And he still keeps going.
I think that's Jagrat from Biralat. He got pushed off and he just went into the tire barrier.
Lucky that he was able to still manage to hold that engine together, and lucky that he was able to join back in quick time.
And there's another incident as well involving a Rio Racing driver and an M Sport.
Possibly an M Sport. Yes, 2 of them just over the exit of turn number 4 and 5. Will this mean more yellow flags? Yes, yellow flags are still on that particular corner. And now into turn number 8. Let's get into turn number 9. This fortunes of the race is changing. The rains are not coming yet, and they will stay away, but the fortunes on the track are changing for quite a few. You are on a long rain, you got to try and take your risk and just move just like that.
Exactly. I mean, it's been really chaotic so far. Just 4 laps into the race, and Akshay's leading the race with Arjun in P2, and I think that's Ishan in P3. But it's surprising because Krish was leading comfortably and Rohan was attacking Krish. I think probably they both had contact, and both of them dropped down now.
So then, this is where Krish Gupta would like to make a fight back. He's done fight backs before. I do remember in the last year's season, towards the end, he made some precious wins and literally got himself to the Vice Championship. This time around, he knows he can fight it out again. It almost felt like Catch Me If You Can. That's comp number 167. Literally bringing in a tough line to the competition there again. He knows he's got to hold it. He knows he's got to keep that. And yellow flags again being waved. Is it a little bit of gravel on the track? Possibly yes.
Yeah, it's probably the marshals recovering. Those 2 cars stranded on the exit of turn 2. But yeah, I think cart number 158 is going slowly. Cart number 158 is definitely pulled over to the side and is letting everyone go by.
Akhil Meklai from Leapfrog Racing will face a retirement, but not so much for the man who's leading in the front. literally dominating, literally controlling the pace now. It was Krish Gupta and Ishant Venkateshan's race, but things change. This is racing. The highs are really high, the lows can be really low.
And oh, that's a big incident. That's a really big incident into turn 1. That is, I think that's Naman Kukreja into the tire barrier. Yeah, he just got pushed off, he got sandwiched, and he just went into the tire barrier.
Naman Kukreja from Leapfrog Racing has disarranged the tire barrier, but lucky he's okay. I hope he's able to start the race again, but then the way he reacted, it looked like he wanted to just find himself an exit route. Now, we got to find this as to the number of laps that are going to come in now. We are counting down with every lap to go, every turn which is done. 4 laps to go, and this is where things can really go south. The rains have kept away, but the contest hasn't. So, let's play it hard. Here we go, folks. Into that line, into the corner. This is still the very much battle that is going around again. You do feel that the tension is gripping. They're a little bit of unnerved, right?
Exactly. When you're fighting in a big pack, it's really easy to make mistakes. As you see, another cart go wide, and another cart has been stranded. That's competition number 199. That's Johan Timaya. He was again pushed wide, and yeah, I mean, it's just chaos everywhere. It's just pandemonium.
When one cart goes out, the other cart says, let me follow you.
Yeah.
Johan is safe. In fact, he was telling the marshal, dude, it's okay. I've faced it another day.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how these guys are built. You know, they take it really, I mean, they just move on to the next one so easily. But yeah, the race so far has been complete chaos. There's cars going up everywhere. No one's leaving. Everyone's just pushing each other off. So that's just how the race is playing out right now.
Akshat Mishra is the man who's got this under control so far. Wherever he looks around, let's quickly look at as to here they come on the line. This is a battle of the ages. This is the battle that we're still looking through now. Here we goes again as they get it out on the line. How are we counting down? So then, this is where our leader is. Comp number 193 from Peregrine Racing, Akshat Mishra, has now looking for a time to face the checkered flag and hoping it comes down faster because he wants Heat 2 winner title to his name. On that run, watch him close as he closes that door very, very quickly now.
Yep. Akshat just played this race really well. He was really smart with it. 1 lap to go. I don't see him giving it up because he just stayed away from all the chaos and just ran away and let the guys behind them do their thing, fight it throughout the track.
We are about to close off this race now. The Senior Max, we've done with Heat 1, we've done with Heat 2. Now this is a rock across the 4 categories. We are into the last lap. This is it. We are counting down. This is the place to play now. Akshat Mishra, comp number 193 from Peregrine Racing, into turn number 9 for the final time. Can he carry it through again? Comp number 159 in the meantime is also coming through now. Arjun Chida.
And he's taking the checkered flag.
In the checkered flag, he's like, this is how I wave. I know one of your celebrations, but the Senior Max category comes to a close with Arjun Cheda finishing at number 2, 193. Akshat Mishra finishing as the winner. Now, it almost like, hey mom, hey dad, I've just won, bye-bye. Let me show you how I easily take it.
Yeah.
Basically, hold the wheel, I'll still win the race.
I mean, every driver has a unique celebration, and Akshat just pointed to the crowd. He's like, yeah, I'm the one to beat. And I think he just proved his statement because he was really quick and he had a really big gap to Arjun as well. So that was a good showing from Akshat this race.
Akshat Mishra from Peregrine Racing will be happy with the way things have little panned out for him. But one man called Krish Gupta was not going to be too happy from Leapfrog Racing. When you get befouled with one incident after the other, it went south. We had a couple of cars going, Johan going off as well. So, and then we also had Numan Kukreja going out as well. So there was chaos, there was a lot of nervousness too.
Exactly. I mean, it's 20. There's 29 drivers on the grid, and everyone is within a tenth of a second. So, everyone was trying to make their way up the grid, and things happened, and they just went off. But yeah, sad for Krish. I think he'll be putting on a comeback tomorrow.
You've already predicted this, right? He is definitely on for a comeback. This has been an absolute wonderful presentation at the MECO FMSCI International Karting Championship 2026. Round 1, the Rotax Max classes. That's comp number 172. Naman Kukreja from Leapfrog Racing. The card needs to be fetched. Well, presenting to you the official Rotax video.
Each driver unique. It's an event designed to make you equal, something no champion can ever be, because you are number one. Your every move, every line is followed. You must listen, watch, learn. Each sense heightened, each emotion harnessed. Corner after corner, apex after apex. Don't miss an inch, maximize every tenth. Focus, react, trust your gut and make your move. Cold metal becomes memory. You are synchronized, connected. Your goal lies ahead. You can reach it together.
Did I not predict it? The winds have chased the clouds away. It looked like the skies wanted us to see the race. And the skies also wanted to be part of the audience again. You were smiling when the clouds come in. We're not sure for tomorrow whether it's going to be a wet race. But the clouds have kept away for today as predicted. What a race weekend we've had. In the commentary box with me was Dhruv Goswami. Thank you so much for the company. But the senior max was an absolute chaos towards the end.
It was really interesting because every like the first 5 laps was really chaotic. There was lead changes I think almost every lap, and good move by Akshay I think to the last corner. He just saw a gap, he dove in, and after that it was just plain sailing for him, and the rest happened behind.
You have a word of advice for Krish Gupta right now, and you've been there in that position. Penalties outside the top 8, and then how do you basically pick yourself again? But then surprise package, Mr. Mishra, who takes it out through getting.
Yeah, I mean, I think Krish is smart enough that way. I think he's strong enough as well. He knows what to do tomorrow. It's certain that we expect a comeback from him, and we'll see him finishing at the top tomorrow.
So then, Dhruv Goswami, thank you so much for your company. You better be here tomorrow with me. So tomorrow we're going to be starting off with the pre-final and the final. In fact, we're going to be starting our coverage as early as 10:15 onwards. We're going to hear from the drivers. We're going to talk about how they've managed to get acclimatized with the track conditions. We're going to talk a little bit more about how the detailing on their racecraft has really helped them go with leaps and bounds. This is the MECO FMSCI International Karting Championship 2026, the Rotax Max classes round 1, and we are live from CoASTT High Performance Center. Remember to join us tomorrow at 10:15 a.m. for the pre-finals and the finals. Till then, let's hope and pray that the winds keep the rains away.